Oh.
Oh, now are you hearing an echo?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you're coming through the dang iPad again. Let me just unplug all this. Hello, everybody. We're having technical issues again, but hold on. Okay. Can I hear you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. All right, I got it shared in the spirit group. Oh, Lord, yes, I am hearing me now. Just a little.
Well, I'm only coming on the iPad now, so
So the iPad microphone must be picking up the iPad speaker.
let me try to turn down. Let me y'all hang on. You want for a ride? Um, say something now.
Hello.
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, I can still hear you.
All right.
Okay, welcome to the show, everybody. As usual, we're always going to have technical difficulties. Tonight, we got a really special night. Some stuff, cool stuff happening. Um, you're going to create your own spells. So, if you need to go get a candle, or herbs, or oils, or whatever the hell you think you might need, go and did I already start out with fuck? Damn.
Yes, you said it. You said I'm having a fucking seizing fit as soon as we started.
Oh well shit. um, you know what? Maybe we'll just keep a running tab. Jesse, are you here yet? Jesse Wilson? We'll let Jesse keep the running tab and just put it up after the show because I know we're going to be busy here in a minute. So, I am trying to have a sneezing fit. Okay, Jesse is here. So, Jesse, you're going to keep count of this because you're an admin on the Spirit page. If you flip over, just everybody go to the Spirit page. And we know that Spirit is Jesse Wilson, unless Jess or I comment, but we'll sign our name behind it. Um, yeah. So if you want to go get supplies, go get supplies. I'm gonna mute and blow my nose for a second, and I do recommend everybody get a pen and paper. And I need to get my ritual cam up too. Um, I think I got everything going on in here I need to have going on.
Now, I want to go ahead and do the waiver real quick if you want to mute and blow your nose.
Go right ahead.
Because I have a little extra that I would like to add to this after I finish the normal disclaimer. Number one, this show is not intended for children. There will be swearing and discussion of content that could be inappropriate for them. Especially tonight, I would say that this is definitely not a good night to have kids around listening because of the spell that we ourselves are choosing to do, which we'll get more into later. Number two, we have eternally curious minds and we love to question everything. At no point do we believe that our opinions, religion, or beliefs are better or more correct than yours. They are simply our opinions. If you do not agree, that is absolutely okay. We just ask you to be an adult. Just scroll on if it's not the show for you. You don't even need to comment, like, really. Now, number three that I'm going to add separately here is you're choosing your own spell, just like we have. We have chosen, obviously, you can see by the title, to do a hex in particular. Yes, warning, not safe for kids tonight. Absolutely. Because we're choosing to do a hex.
I would say, but Jesse, well, for your kids, I mean, they know their grandma. So, I mean, I'll just give you that. And you can take
Yeah,
it as you will.
but this is definitely not, because like I said, we are choosing to do a hex in particular. No, we are not sending out some magical death spell. That's not what we're doing. But a hex is a hex, regardless of what kind of hex it is. So, just keep that in your noggin.
I'm just trying to get it shared out here. Um, Oh, Jess.
There's Tom.
Hey, Tom.
Oh, Jess, what?
How about talk about how our drawing works since tomorrow is Valentine's Day? The stroke of after midnight for my clock. It is late, Tom. Welcome everybody to the show. So we're still in the process of sharing, getting everybody here. So just let's talk about how our drawing. Where did I do in my bucket? I did get everybody caught up and added. Hang on. Oh, here it is right in front of me.
So this is our little bucket of names. Every time you attend a show, your name goes in that bucket. You attend 10 shows in between drawings, then your name goes in there 10 times, and that's 10 chances for you to win. And then since tomorrow's Valentine's Day, I think we're going to go ahead and do a drawing. Or do we want to do a drawing after the show or during the show?
Let's go ahead and start with a drawing while we're getting everything shared. Is my daughter Stephanie around? Or can you hear me? Are you awake? If you are, how about coming in here and drawing a name? Can y'all still see me? I am trying to share here on this iPad. Y'all know I'm learning here. So bear with me while I do this. Why is it not bringing up my?
Well, I'll tell y'all a little story that happened as I was trying to get ready for the show.
How about just send me the invite for to share the link. And I'll start sharing it everywhere that I share it. In my messenger, please.
Oh.
Tom, you can't hear me, honey. I'm so sorry. It's because my dang microphone and headset will not work. Hang on, let me try. I wonder if I do just the microphone.
Okay, so I'm going to tell y'all a little story about what happened as I was getting ready for the show.
Have you heard me? Can y'all hear me?
Okay.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You're muted.
Jesse told me to mute for a second.
Oh, can you hear me? Is that better, Tom? All right, Jess, how about for you? You come back on. Is it better for you? Can you hear me?
Hello. I'm not hearing myself.
Okay. Are y'all hearing her echo back through my microphone?
Oh, hold on. Let's see. No audio.
No echo. Tom says a little. But do y'all hear me better with the microphone that I just plugged in?
Can y'all hear me okay now? I have adjusted our microphone volumes. I made mine a little lower and hers a little higher.
Are we better now? She says I'm not any better. Will you look in there for that mic that Jesse got me a little clip on? It might be on my table.
Oh, wait, here we go. She said that's better.
Oh, wait. She's good now. Tom, how about you? Are you good now?
There's actually a way to adjust our mic volumes separately. So I've got yours at 100 and mine at 90 since I've got a lot of background noise.
Cool. All right. Well, now, Stevie, my daughter didn't hear me. So come over here and poke your hands in here so they can see you on camera. Oh, there's your hands. Y'all see.
This is our hand model for the evening.
Our hand model for the evening. She's gonna get us one out. Let y'all see. All right. Oh, we have someone that watched our show the 10th. That was just
That was Thursday.
that was Thursday. Johnny Rushing, Mr. Johnny Rushing. You are our winner. Where's my camera?
Interesting.
That is interesting. I got it. Mr. Johnny Rushing, congratulations. You have won our little witch basket that we are giving away. Someone will be in contact with you. I suggest will probably be in contact with Johnny sometime over the next few days. And let him know that he has won on our show tonight. Not shitting you, Robin. So,
Now I know you was up there trying to
I know
work a little magic so you could win it.
I know she's been up there trying to pull it to herself, but you know what? This starts all over. So everybody that's in tonight,
We'll go. Those names will come out. The names from tonight will go in, and it'll start a new one. Yeah, Stephanie picked his names.
yeah. So everybody has a fair chance, and sorry for those that are disappointed.
We'll have some more. Don't worry.
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. Tonight starts a new night, so we'll dump these. And everybody will get. I can dump these later.
Yeah. So let me tell y'all what happened while I was trying to get ready.
While I'm sharing.
Y'all know? Does anybody see the issue here?
What is that?
That's a plug.
Oh, I do see that now.
But there's more. The extension cord it was plugged into is also electrical fire attempted to happen. So here's what happened while I was getting ready for the show. I was getting all my stuff together and I was getting over here to sit down. And I was just recently given a necklace as a gift. I actually got a couple of necklaces as a gift recently, but one of them that I was unsure about receiving it from who I did, it knocked off of where I had it hanging and fell perfectly in between the plug.
Tom, you are not dumb.
And the...
Next to my husband, you're my favorite man.
It literally, the chain split apart into 3 pieces, everything. I feel like that was a sign because I was unsure about receiving it. Oh. All right. Hello, welcome. Anyway, so is anyone else going to join us in making your own spell tonight, or planning out a spell that you're going to make, even if you can't do it with us tonight?
I'm going to mute for a minute because I know that my typing is probably picking up here.
I don't know what's going on with my Firefox today. It's being weird. Everything's glitchy. Just put my lighter. There it is. Right in front of my face. Ah, you are. What kind? Have you decided on what kind of spell that you are going to be creating tonight? And do you feel comfortable sharing?
Can y'all hear me?
Well, that's a valid want. Just here's one disclaimer. Yes, I can hear you. By the way, here's one. You weren't delayed. It just took a minute to register that you had talked.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good. One little disclaimer here. The way that I practice, and this does not mean that it's the correct way, and it doesn't even mean that it is the same way Terry practices. I believe that if you are hexing someone who deserves it, you don't take any bad karma for that.
I agree, and I know
there are times when I will take some bad karma for other reasons, but typically when it comes to hexes, I think if they deserve it, you're not getting bad karma for that.
Well, this is my theory on the. Okay, I got a couple of points to make here on this one. So, if you wouldn't do it to them to their face, don't do it to them in the ethereal world. Number 1 point.
Yep.
Number 2 point.
Not for long.
Sorry, I lost my train.
It's because I jumped in.
I didn't lose it. It's how do I want to word it?
Well, Jesse was asking, says that my eyes are very available, and I just got new cartridge in, so not for long. They will be very unavailable shortly. My brother just got these in.
Oh, so my other theory on that, and I don't know, and you and I may not really ever talked about the threefold, the law of three. If be prepared if you put a spell out there that it comes back to you times 3.
I know that that tends to be, that went down the wrong pipe. That tends to be a very kind of lumped in with Wicca. And I very much am not Wiccan.
Same.
I do. I have some beliefs on things such as, like I said, if you're hexing somebody who deserves it, there's no bad karma for that. I do believe in karma, but I don't believe it is a threefold law kind of thing. Like if you put out any sort of harm, regardless of your reason, it's going to come back. I don't believe in that.
Right.
I think if you have a good reason, shit don't come back. It goes where it's supposed to.
How's that? Is that better lighting?
It's a little better, yeah.
So my theory on that too, yeah. If you fuck with me, I'm gonna fuck with you. I'm gonna hit you back.
Yeah.
And my intake on that whole threefold thing is, it's possible, but we have talked about on previous shows accepting the consequences.
Yeah. And like we say in our disclaimer, we're not saying that the way we believe this is right at all.
Right.
We could be dead wrong, and we are aware of that. That's why we question our own beliefs frequently as well.
Right. But back on my little thingy up here, up right in front of me, Johnny's little Wyndham ticket. We'll send that with a little package here. Anyway, my thing on that is, yeah, it could come back on you threefold, because think about when you're doing something nasty, something dirty, it affects your mind, your body, and your spirit. So that's kind of what that threefold means to me. If there is a, if that to be true, then I think it affects you more, maybe, in the mundane world, more so than in the ethereal world.
Yeah.
Because, well, but I think the ethereal world will twist and turn to kick your ass in the mundane world when you deserve it. I feel like, let's just say, our subject tonight, this was kind of a request. Someone asked us to do a hex on someone.
Now, let me jump in and say that we don't just do hexes for anyone who asks.
No,
This is a special circumstance. It's not
it is
just like love spells. I'm not doing a hex for you.
right. If you've got a really good enough reason, I'm willing to.
And I know it without a doubt.
Right, right. I gotta have proof. I'm not gonna just say, "Oh, okay." Um, I'm willing to investigate the situation
And go from there.
and go from there. But I will tell you, if I do a hex, it ain't for free. Because it costs money for like tonight. Some of the things that Jess and I will use tonight
Oh,
will do,
God.
cost money, and then
And
there's
then
a
time and
yeah,
emotional
there's a lot
labor.
of time
And
and
emotional
energy
labor.
and effort. So I will remind everybody that tonight we're 3 days before the full moon, which is a great time if you're working on a spell and you wanted to build power. Then for me, this is in my practice. What I'm doing tonight, when we finish tonight, I'm going to sit that sucker out in the moon, and I'll be up until the moon hits them trees and it's out of my sight tonight. I'll
Mm-hmm.
bring it back in so the sun will not hit it. I will hide it in the dark, and then I will do this tomorrow night, and then Tuesday night of the full moon, I will be burying it. But we'll get into all that later.
Yeah.
I just want to point out the timing on this
The
happened to be
energy, the emotional
energy.
labor, the peace, and sometimes the peace of your soul. Robin is right. You never know.
We're going to
Um,
try to swap this mic here.
Go ahead, because I wanted to touch on some comments that we had been getting as well. So, yeah, I agree with what Irene is saying here. I don't know if karma is the correct word for what it is, I believe, or if it's something new, different. I don't know. But I believe very much, like Irene said, her father has his fate coming to him for not fulfilling his promise to his dying wife. So he had to take that onto himself, unless there wasn't a legitimate reason that he could not do it. He had to take that onto himself, and now he's paying the price. And the toll always comes due eventually. So Joshua said it's sometimes necessary to counteract the evil in the physical world. Absolutely. Oh, we have lost Harry, and I'm looking at myself in HD. So how is everyone doing? I know 2 other people, I think, said that they were also going to be working on a spell tonight. What spell will you be working on? Sam, it's actually the water bottles that you're hearing. It's the little ball bearings at the ends of the water bottles. They're all up and drinking. I'm actually going to go ahead and start some incense over here. And I'm using dragon's blood tonight for its...
Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, that mic, Jesse, will not the little one clip on. will not work when we plug it in. It plugs into the headphone jack, so we can't hear when we plug it in. So that was out. Hopefully y'all can still hear. I can move this closer if y'all need me to.
Don't worry.
So
Don't
anyway,
worry, Jesse. You're gonna get some arm when I turn on my ritual cam. So sometimes the old arm is better than the boobs.
and I'll be turning on my ritual cam in just a few minutes. So I hate to make you repeat what you were saying when I was gone, but I couldn't hear you. So what did you say?
Oh hell.
Were you just responding to comments?
I think so. Yeah, I was talking about the everything everybody had said, and I was asking the two other people. I think it Sam and or Robin and Irene, or Sam and Irene, or all three. If you guys were creating a new spell with us tonight and casting one, what are you guys doing? If you feel comfortable saying so. I see you, Joshua, trying to say your manifest a world peace. You already said you were doing revenge. Them's two different things.
Y'all can, y'all can be doing this as a, sweetening spell. It does not have to be this is a create your own spell. So if you need help creating that spell, we're here to answer questions.
Yeah, while we're here, this is our long night. We've still got a full hour before we're done. So
right.
There's plenty of time to talk and everything. Oh, and yeah, Irene was talking about how, her dad was he owed the spirits because he did not fulfill his promise to his dying wife. So now he is dying of bone cancer and I said that essentially the toll always comes due. Sometimes we are the toll. Toll masters. We're the ferrymen.
Your witch's jar, I would start charging that tonight. I would build the power up until the full moon,
and then seal that power in with it.
Seal that power in with it, and then bury it, or place it wherever you're going to place it.
Now it's up to you whether you're going to only leave it out for the moon and not let the sun touch it. I don't think it's. I think I can see either way how it should be fine with a witch's jar. Mm-hmm. We want this charged by only the dark.
We want it charged while it's growing to give it power. Yeah. While the moon is growing to give it power, I don't want any sunshine and light and lovely things on it.
Nope.
So the moon will be full.
I did debate. I'm not going to lie. I debated on one odd thing. I almost decided I was going to add a drop of honey to make it go down sweeter so that it's a little more not noticeable. Sneaky.
Pleasing to the palate.
Exactly. That's understandable, Josh. So, oh, good Lord.
Okay, that's not good.
No.
Well, Joshua, I would say if you want to do a hex, tonight is your night. We're showing you how to do it. I know that you probably do not have a cow tongue, or tonight in our case, we're going to be using a cow cheek.
And I can actually give you a little piece of advice because this is one of my favorite things to use when it has to do with a couple in a negative light. Poppy seed is great in a spell to make lovers argue. Make them argue and self-destruct amongst themselves.
Okay, I got some poppy seed over here too. So yeah, we'll be kind of discussing the property of our ingredients if they're not self-explanatory as we have.
Yeah.
Some of them will be self-explanatory.
Some of them will be unexpected.
So, like I was saying earlier, tonight the subject that we are working on has been Well, I don't think I know because we do investigate if we're actually putting in the energy to do hacks for someone, we're making damn sure that we're doing it with the right intentions for the right reasons. So
Mhm.
we know that in this case, someone is running their mouth and someone is talking bad about someone's family, bringing negativity to that situation.
And they're bringing They're bringing this negativity in a malicious manner, not an ignorant one. They know what they're doing.
Right, right. It's a personal attack on that family. So we are going to basically we're only hexing this person if this person talks about this family.
Yeah,
But we're
this
not
is essentially that you're setting a trap. You're setting a trap. If they never if they never choose to do it again, it'll never spring and it will never bother them.
right.
But the minute they
Um,
do,
yeah, they're gonna, y'all will witness tonight what we will be putting. Um, like it wasn't a tongue tonight. It was hard to find. When we finally did track one down, it was like $42.
and then
So
even once we ordered it, it was out of stock, so we couldn't get it anyways.
yeah. Well,
So
Jared, son-in-law did go on the mad hunt on that side of town for us tonight.
yes, thankful,
and
so thankful.
and he did find one, but it was $42. And when he, sent me the picture and said cow cheek, I was like, "That's the mouth. That
That's the mouth.
works."
We're good.
And it was
So
30. It was $30 cheaper. And when y'all see what we're gonna do to this piece of meat, it's not like you really want to spend $40 on a
meat you
piece of
can't
meat
eat.
that you're not ever and you want. Well, I wouldn't say you want no one to eat it, but you wouldn't want most people. You
Yeah,
wouldn't want anything but your target to get it. So, Josh, in this event, if you wanted to follow along with us, you know, it's all about intention.
yeah.
So if
This
you
is
got,
I think this is a really good example of what we mean when we say, and we've said it a lot, that if you don't have exactly what you need, it's all about your intent. There's not a specific set of tools. There's not a specific anything. Intent. You need your intent and your effort.
right. So, with that being said, for anyone who does not have a cow tongue just laying around in the refrigerator or a cow cheek, and there's somebody in your mind that you might like to do this to, if you got a piece of lunch meat, because when we get done with it, it's going to be rotten and nasty and rank and funky.
I say hot dog. My mom, when she had to give the dog medicine when she was before that dog passed away, she always did the medicine in a piece of hot dog. Let's go hide it
Oh,
in a hot dog.
right. Well, I was going to say lunch meat, if you got some hamburgers, in your refrigerator, spam, Jesse, that'll work.
I mean, technically,
Uh,
spam is typically made of the pieces of meat nobody wants. So,
exactly.
which so
So,
are hot dogs. So,
right. And McDonald's chicken nuggets and a lot of other things. We were just talking about that. Um, so y'all get the idea. If you want to do this with us, go find you a piece of meat out of the refrigerator. If you don't have a piece of meat, get you a piece of paper and a pen and
I mean, and you
straw.
know what? And if you want to, and if it's important to you, you can even go vegan. Go get some vegan meat. That's fine too. It's your intention. That's what you need.
Right, lettuce. Get a piece of lettuce and tear it to shape like a tongue, or whatever veggie you got in there that if you want to cut it and shape whatever you want to use. Just to envision that as the person's tongue that you're then. And Jesse, if you don't stop with the chicken, um, if you want to envision the person's tongue, their mouth, that you're shutting up, essentially.
Yep. Okay.
Chicken nuggets from McDonald's are horrible. So I'm gonna put a little more light on my subject. Oh, I gotta get my camera up and rolling, don't I?
Yep.
Oh.
All right. Finally washed my mortar and pestle today because it was nasty. I was using it for things I ought not to use it for. So first off, I have snake skin of a constrictor to bind.
Oh, damn it. Why didn't I get some of that from you?
Well, here's the thing. We always have it. We own constrictors.
I know. Every time I have to do freaking ritual in class and we need something like that, it's like, oh, why didn't I call Jess?
Mm-hmm. She a pain. And it's also, if you do practice more of a hoodoo voodoo type of path, I thought William woke up. The snake dust, which is what you get if you grind dried snake skin, is a really big component in gopher dust.
Let me see what kind of view we're going to get us here.
Oh, they're not in this room. These are all mice. The snakes are in the living room. And we're over 40, I know that. And I don't suggest to everyone to go and make walls of mice and have 40 snakes. We breed. That is a business that we run together.
I gotta go find the tripod.
I have mine leaned up on a jar. Mine broke.
I might be able to hang on. That's the wrong way.
Oh, he's welcome to.
I'm gonna need some line here.
Oh. Understandable. A lot of people couldn't. I'm actually going to go ahead and start.
Yeah, you go right
filling
ahead.
My jar. Go ahead and get the star of the show. Delightful. She nasty. No, she not that. But it's weird. Like you can tell. Cheek is a very weird thing to buy. I can look at it and I can identify that it is a type of meat, but you can't identify what kind of freaking meat it is. It just seems alien almost.
I'm trying to find something here. I think I got a good view if I can just find something to prop.
Yes. My daughter's birthday was yesterday. She turned 9. She finally learned to ride her bike on the grass and rocks instead of just pavement. So she has been out there, no training wheels, zipping around all weekend. She spent both Saturday and Sunday outside playing with her cousins who live next door. And then we just this morning we had ice cream cake and cupcakes and cookies, and it was just, a few family members and my cousins, my cousin's kids. Both are correct. It was a nice day. It was a little chillier today, though. Okay, so I also have some fresh clippings from my stinging nettle.
Y'all like my Betty White shirt?
Oh, we probably should swap those. Yeah. Oh no, that looks hilarious. Your head is tiny, but your shirt it lines up too well.
I'm about to have stuff here. I guess I need to get a little better light there.
Oh, and I am just using a cleaned out Prego sauce jar. I used one for my witch's bottle the last time that we did this kind of thing. But I had washed out 2 because I had made baked spaghetti and used 2 jars. So, but it really doesn't matter. I actually grabbed this to show you that you can put this in wherever you need to put this in. This is just one of those Gerber baby puffs. I just tore the stuff off. I tore the paper off, and it could be used too. I just happen to have a glass jar that works.
Tom, are you still with me? This stupid little thing, I hate it. Y'all bear with me.
Putting in a sprinkling of poppy seeds because, I like to add a little spice to things. Not only do I want you to, pay a little bit here, I want you to argue with your wife.
Or your husband.
Or your husband, true.
Yeah. Partner, spouse.
It's because when I was double checking my meaning, making sure that it was poppy seed that did what I wanted it to do. It lists it in the example that it gave. It used a man who was cursing his wife.
Gotcha.
Ooh, I thought I knocked that off. Almost had a heart attack. Okay. My fingies in here.
Oh, damn it. My
What?
camera was knocked out again now that I got it all set up and then now.
You can do that. Honestly, anything that is very spicy or very acidic, sour, that kind of thing, you can use in this. I don't suggest using vinegar. Though I am using a little bit of a loophole here because I am using some rancid wine. Because it is not rancid as in vinegar. It is, ew. I don't know if the seal got popped at some point or what, but it's weird.
There we go. All right, we are back.
We are. So,
it's frozen. It's just a little delayed.
Look up, Mercy.
Let me try my phone.
Oh, and by the way, I don't think I actually finished the sentence. What I was saying was anything acidic, spicy, sour, anything like that, you can use in this to give it some, to pucker their mouth, to, I don't know what Firefox is doing right now. Is it not working?
No, I'm gonna try my phone. Lungy's phone is probably not hitting the internet.
Um, I did send you the invite link in
Yeah.
Messenger. Now I have mixed up my. I've used snakeskin, poppy seed, and fresh clippings from my stinging nettle, and I am stuffing them inside of the meat. Because I want it all closed up and buried in their mouth, just waiting for them to flip the trap.
You need to
That's,
put your feet on the camera and light your camera up a little
oh,
better.
yeah. I forgot to put it over here.
Show us your meat.
Tasty.
I am coming, y'all. Eventually.
Oh, I've also got dirty bedding. This is from some of my mice. Lots of poop. It's very. This was after cleaning day. But yeah, you don't have to have exactly what we have. This is honestly just, you know, whatever you think is going to work best. You got the beads. Yeah, no, that's why. And I just took a shower right before the show, so I felt all clean. I had to use my knuckle. All right.
Okay, y'all can see my little. I'll turn that over so it's not glaring. I do need to mute my phone here.
I also have bacon grease. This is rancid. This was left uncovered and unused for far too long, and it is very gross. It will be going in the jar. And then I've also got the rancid wine. It will be going in there, but I'm going to see if I can get my meat in first.
Okay. Oh, I look shadow and creepy up here. Let me see if I can fix that, mammy.
Yeah, I may have a problem. It doesn't fit in my jar.
That really didn't help.
What am I gonna do? I think I really, in my head, this piece of meat was a lot smaller. Like I can't squeeze it enough to, because there's a very, very, very thick muscle in this meat, and you can't compress it down. You should have seen us trying to deal with it earlier. Yeah,
Okay. So,
I can use a Tupperware. Hold on. Oh, I turned off the wrong camera.
so y'all are going to be looking at my stuff sideways. So I'm going to make a sigil. This is just how I do it. This is not any proper way or any. When I'm done, I'll hold it up to the camera so y'all can see it. In my class, we like to use fuck around and find out. So Jesse, I hope you're keeping track of the F bombs now. So I'm gonna write out fuck around And I'm really not going to put the and in there.
Okay. I got a Tupperware.
So y'all see, I've written fuck around, find out. This is the starting of my sigil. So now this is my little homework here. Can y'all, I'm trying to get it where y'all can, but I'll show y'all what I'm doing when we get to that point. So I'm gonna take my consonants, and say my vowels and separate them. So my F, U, I got C, K, A, R, O. I don't repeat, so we've already got the U, so I'm not going to repeat the U that's in around. So N, D, again, and find out. I've got the F from fuck, so I'm going to cross out that F. I have an I yet. Got N, got a D, O, U, need a T. So, what I've separated my consonants from my vowels, right? Y'all see that. I have heard of those, Josh. So, now I'm going to take my consonants, my F, C, K, R, N, D, T, and I'm going to make some kind of design that all those letters are in. Now, y'all know, back in the old days, when witches wrote in their book of shadows, every code, and it was things like this that they did to write their code. So probably only the witches in their coven or the witches that they worked with knew how to break their code. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm just gonna make scribble some kind of something that brings the FCKRNDT all into one symbol. I'm also going to add a little something in there that y'all don't necessarily know that is for the subject that we're sending this out to.
Wait, do what now? Spirit asked him to come to this side? What you mean?
Come over to the spirit page if you're watching on things.
I am adding a couple of crystals, and I do a lot of crystal magic, crystal and herbs and candles. Because there are some crystals that, yes, they have very good meanings when you're using them for good things, but they also have other meanings if you're choosing to use them for some other things. I am actually going to put some amethyst. I charge my chip jar every full moon, and it never touches the sun, just because I don't want the colors of my crystals to start to fade, and some do fade in sunlight. But amethyst, when used when working something like this, it can be. I have memory issues, and I have to refer to my notes, so y'all forgive me. It can be used to induce oversensitivity and self-infliction of traumas. So essentially what this does is causes your enemies to self-destruct when used, and for less good things.
Okay. Sigil. Now, believe it or not, I'll see it good. All my letters, my consonants, are in my sigil. So now, my sigil, my intention.
Oh, and I do just also want to say I don't only use small chips in some of these things. I actually have a piece of amethyst that I'm not going to show on screen, but I'm going to add to this that is larger and uniquely suited for this particular thing.
So I have dragon's blood ink here.
There's the incense I'm using tonight.
I'm going to trace over my sigil and my dragon's blood. I'm going to put my vowels back in my sigil while I'm tracing in the dragon's blood. I'm going to let y'all hear what one round of it sounds like, and then I'm going to mute my camera while I continue to draw out my sigil in the blood. I am using an all-natural feather, and I'm just, like I said, I'm just going to trace over. Here, I'll move this forward. Well, no, I won't, because I don't want dragon's blood on my table. But hopefully y'all can see this fine. So my vowels are A, U, O, I. So I will do this chant with this lots of times over the next 3 days, because this is how I'm charging my spell. So I would just sit here and kind of hum it. And I'll keep doing that and go over my sigil until I'm done. So I'm going to mute while I'm doing that, and I'm sure Jess can pick up and say something for just a minute or two here.
We'll see. I actually don't know where I put the thing that I need. Just peeping. I had a permanent marker somewhere. Well, I am temporarily just going to use a pencil. I'm not going to show exactly what I am writing. Yeah, with the snakeskin. But instead of putting a sigil inside, I actually do some writing of intentions on the outside. I'm still very much learning to work with sigils, and I'm going to do this in the way that's comfortable for me right now. Yes. I'm a Dr. Pimple Popper fan. Wormwood, and this is funny because I remember, because I checked my notes earlier for a list of, these herbs are, good when you're doing different kinds of hexes, and it tells me, what type of hexes they're good for. And wormwood's actually on that list because it is a general, instead of being specific to a certain type of hex, it is a general herb that can be used for any type of cursing and hexing. It's kind of like the quartz of hex herbs, basically. The quartz is typically no intent until you give it the intent. Like, there is absolutely no leaning towards any type of thing until you give it that power. So wormwood's good for all types of curses and hexes, basically. But yes, no, mostly I'm going to write my intent. I will write it in shorthand, but I am not going to show it on the screen because there will probably be identifying information in here. So, but that's what I'm going to do. And I'm not going to do it in pencil for good. I'm going to do it with a pen. Or sharp. I have a Sharpie I'm going to use, actually. but I will actually place this when I put it outside. I will flip this over so the clear side is up, and it's not necessarily important, but for me, I feel that it is. Turned upside down so everything is always mixing and it's all seeping into that meat and working together.
There she is. Now, my sigil is ready for the meat. So, like we've talked about, we want our subject only if they do and they talk and they say things regarding this family. So we're really not texting them.
We're setting a trap. I'm a nerd, so what I'm going to say is this is my trap card. I'm setting a Yu-Gi-Oh trap card that is only going to spring if and when he or she meets certain conditions.
Right. So
it is very serious and heavy, but you know what? Sometimes witchcraft is serious and heavy. It's, sometimes it's not a small thing. It should always be, it should never be taken lightly, though some things are light and airy.
But this is not a light, and, this is a serious subject matter. I keep wanting to say he, and I really swear, I don't want to put the impression out that this is a man. We just, out of habit. In class, we usually pick like Jeffrey Dahmer and John Wayne Gacy and people like that when we're practicing hexing. So, I get in the habit of saying he.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, especially when I'm trying not to say the name of the person.
And typically, I honestly, if I'm actually doing a hex, I tend to use the singular they, because the simple fact comes down that I don't know the inside of their head. I don't know that this is, a lot of people are stuck identifying as a gender that they don't actually feel in their head. So I just use they because it covers anything.
Right. So, and I screwed up and did not get a towel or anything to wipe my hands on. So it's gross until I get it done. So, as we're saying, someone's talking shit, talking trash, causing trouble, whatever. This is a really good hex, spell, wish, whatever you would like to call it. So, for me, I'm going to be putting mine. Okay, I'm going to bury it. I don't want anything that an animal can get into. So, I'm going to be putting it in this Folgers can. I do have some old coffee grounds because I thought caffeine gives it a good charge, keeps it going. So I'm gonna put my coffee grounds right there. I'm not gonna put my coffee grounds in my meat.
Actually, the only thing that I can smell, Jesse, is just the rancid wine. The meat, none of that smells. Snakeskin, none of that. It's though after it's been sitting outside, yeah, it might. If you opened it, it probably would not be pleasant.
So, what's nastier than a nasty, gross ashtray? I'm putting that in my meat. Well, and then I'm gonna just dump the rest of it here in my can. That's what I'm gonna take these. Yeah, that fell out. Well, I'm gonna put my meat back up because we're gonna put more. Because now, for me right now, this is this person's tongue.
Open your meat, Terry.
I'm opening my mouth. I'm letting my tongue absorb all this wonderful, yummy stuff I'm going to put on it.
Yep.
So then I'm going to add some minced garlic because garlic repels, keeps away,
Oh.
right?
And you know what?
So,
When eaten, garlic makes
not
your
really just
it makes your words taste bad for others. You know,
right.
even you know.
So, yes, as I put the garlic in, I'm thinking, may this person have this. I mean, I just use pure, straight minced garlic juice. Can you imagine the taste of that? On top of, can y'all see my?
On top of the fact that it's going to turn people against their words. So if they're trying to spread these things and say these things, people are not going to believe their words.
Right.
There's a lot of layers to
I'm
everything you add.
also I'm also using some of this Memphis barbecue. And I know y'all thinking, well, that's good. Well, yeah, it might be, but not when you just give them a mouthful of it.
Oh, I hope that Letty does not come back and watch this later because he was so sour about you making that piece of meat not edible.
Right?
Oh no. He's going to
So,
have
anyway,
words.
so what would voodoo be without Cajun seasonings? So, my intention with all this is that he tastes, they, she, it taste all, and I can tell you the smell on this right now, the seasoning is making me want to choke. If you've ever breathed in Cajun seasoning, you know what that's like.
It is
Um,
salty. Dry as mouth. Their mouth. Oh my lord. Okay, I get.
its mouth, got some paprika.
Now don't forget, you said you had some poppy seed over there. We want to maybe
Oh,
make some
honey, I have.
quarrels
I,
between some spouses.
I'm far from that. Not only spouses, let's put it quarrels between their workmates, and just if they're gonna cause problems for other people, then let's just cause wreak havoc.
Why not?
This
Why
I've got
not?
a hand. Um, I've got a little dill seed, and Jess, would you look up the magical properties of dill seed while we're doing this? And I will also tell y'all, this dill seed probably expired 10 years ago, so it's rancid. Jesse is saying eyes unavailable. Um,
Well, I'm also looking down at my phone because I'm pulling up my notes.
so these.
Well, it's delicious with fish and fantastic with pickles.
Mm. This is um rancid old crushed red pepper. Y'all see it's not even red anymore. It's rancid because this has been voodoo enhanced for purposes like this and tucked away in my little witch closet for a long time. Um, I also have wild cherry bark. Wild cherry bark is an amazing thing used in small amounts. I make a lovely tea with it. But if you use a lot of it, it can be poisonous. So, and I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that bag right in here in my what's going to be my tongue burial bucket. Okay, let's see. Oh, I needed poppy seed. Got my poppy.
Oh, okay. So dill is typically used It can be, and this can be turned either way. It can be used when it's fresh and new and with good intentions to bring in money, but it can be used on the other side to cause money troubles.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Because
And it is also ruled, and Dill is also ruled by the sign Gemini, which is typically known as, the two-faced. Make both of their make that private face they're hiding public for everyone to see. Swap their faces.
Ding, 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 ding. So, the rest of my stuff that I need to add in here is of liquid form. So now I'm going to close my tongue up on this.
Close your meat out.
Without trying to make a huge mess on the table.
I'm so amused.
And yes, these are nails.
Jesse says, "Where's your horse poop?"
I degraded myself when I got cat shit out of the litter box. And I'm telling, it stinks. Oh my god, it stinks.
I can't imagine if you had decided to bring horse shit in.
I've got nasty ashtrays in here. Fresh cat shit, runny cat shit. I'll add to that. All this seasoning. You can imagine how good it's smelling right here with me right now. Jesse's gonna puke. And I forgot to get my.
You're not wrong, Jesse.
I forgot my hammer, so we're gonna multi-purpose here.
And I apologize, mine was so much shorter. However, I knew that I would not be able to share what I was writing on screen, so that kind of cut things down a little bit.
I am using 3 nails, of course, because y'all know I like my 3. So I am essentially like farming all this.
I do have.
I lost y'all.
What? We can still hear you.
Okay. Yeah. It's still there. Oh, Sam said it's the paper that moved. There's Sam.
I do have a rune. I guess it technically counts as a sigil because it's not one of the runic alphabets. It's one that I use for specific things. And essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this legs to send it on its way. And that will be drawn all around the clear part of the container, whereas my intention will be on the lid.
All right, y'all. I did put a little dog food. I don't know if y'all can see, but I want y'all to really see. This is some nasty cat.
No, absolutely not.
I'm dumping it right on top of that.
And we're not going to show that in detail.
Get rid of that little piece of trash here.
I had to separate myself from the screen a little bit. Had to back up. I thought I smelled something from here.
Now I'm binding it all together.
Which, by the way, is what I was doing with the snake skin, especially the skin of a boa constrictor. Don't you dare. Don't you fucking dare, I'll even say. Nope. You're having a moment in the mute timeout box because I can't. You can't be doing that. I can't be hearing that. So you're in the timeout box like they have in hockey. She's look here. I'll narrate for her. She's putting it in her Folgers coffee container. It looks delightful. As you can see, Terry is really enjoying what she's doing right now. This is living the life. This is the life of a witch.
Being charged for hexes. Gotta go wash my hands and throw this nasty bag away. I'll be right back.
So yeah, you can see definitely not all fun and games, but like I said, you do not have to create a spell like this. You can absolutely create any kind that you want. All that is needed is a little bit of effort and a little bit of intention, and when you put them into something, that's when the magic happens, I guess. She's going to talk to Ralph about some Buicks. You're not wrong. Oh, Lord. I'm amused, though. I want to take bets. I'll tell you later. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. No. Mm-mm.
And I'm back. Y'all want to know what's in the bowl?
No.
I'm not going to tell you yet anyway. I'm going to kill this camera now. Oh my god, it stinks so bad here. I gotta hurry up and finish. So, my final ingredients. This is a hot sauce that I made with an Indian paprika stuff. Super, 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 super hot now. It's been in the refrigerator since Thanksgiving. So I know it's rancid now because it's made with fresh tomato juice. So it's really spicy and really rancid. They won't even know.
I'm gonna take bets on how that helps the smell.
So, and my little, I'll just put them dumping here, my little, I'll try to hold it up, but it's so gross. Just for good measures, because what would anything be without Louisiana hot sauce?
I got a bottle of that in the fridge. I think I'm gonna add some.
Oh, I forgot. I had a piece of broken glass shard in my pocket.
Well, that's a safe place for it.
We can put that in there.
Good evening, Gina. Thanks for joining us.
And then I've got some old rancid jalapeno juice here.
We're teaching people how to make a spell, except the spell we chose to create was a hex. So it's we're getting to the grody part, right? So
The really nasty.
yeah, if she starts gagging again, I'll put her in the timeout box on mute. I got the button at the ready.
We have some, and I did wash my hands, so I'll have to go do it again. Jalapenos going in. A little more spice, right? And you know what, Bucket? I'm going to add the rest of my rancid old red chili flakes. I hope I ain't got any of this shit in my my tea here.
I really hope not too. I would not have risked it. Mine is all the way across the desk.
Oh, there was something. Oh, graveyard dirt. Jess, you want to tell them why we're using graveyard dirt?
Graveyard dirt is used for so many things.
I've got lots of graveyard dirt in case anybody ever needs it.
Well, you know what? I'll trade you some snake skin for some graveyard dirt because I am completely out.
I got you, girl. I'm just gonna throw this big old chunk of graveyard dirt in there. And now I am almost done. Let's finish it off. Well, not done, but done adding ingredients.
Okay, so first off, graveyard dirt is another one of the ingredients in goofer dust. So it is used a lot in more hoodoo voodoo-esque traditions. But it's used generally for it's kind of like the I can't remember the wormwood was. It's kind of the it's a general. You can use it hexing and cursing. It's an enhancer.
It's an enhancement.
It can also be used if you're trying to mediumship, trying to speak with the dead, things like that.
Rancid grease to top it off and fill it up. I guess I will have to bring my camera back in because I do want to show y'all what it looks like. Oh my god, it stinks so bad.
Oh, she's gone to the timeout box on mute. Yes, graveyard dirt and coffin nails are always really good staples to have on hand. No, it is not a tampon. Absolutely, that's not what that was. That was the rancid grease. So, you're investigating a graveyard Tuesday. Nice. That is really exciting. Yeah, the casualty, the glass in my pocket. Yes, that's us. That's us. Hey, you want to go back to the timeout?
I light a candle or something. It stinks so bad.
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh, what did I do with my phone so I can show y'all this before I cover it? Holy fuck. This is some rancid shit. I'm still here. I've just had to back away from it for a minute. It ain't nothing nice, girl. It ain't nothing nice. Ugh. Well,
and I want to real quick while she's getting that together, I want to say that, if you're not wanting, if the type of work that you need to do is not to still a tongue that's moving a little too freely and doing some bad things, you can, if it is someone who is trespassing and going where they should not, you can use pig's feet for that. You can, oh my Lord. I can see it before it joins. We'll only show it for a minute. Because we don't want to get kicked off. So there you go. It looks delightful. Delicious. Yep, we'll take that off. Oh.
And the smell is so much worse.
Yeah.
So
but
now
you can, this is the kind of thing. Yeah, this is the kind of thing that you can adapt to a lot of things. If someone's going where they ought not, you can use pig's feet for that. If someone, you can also, I believe you can order, there's chicken feet. You can also, I think you can get pig ears.
Yeah.
For things. So, this can be adapted in a whole lot of different ways. And I mean, when it comes down to it, you can take all the horrible things and the nasty herbs, and you can take a candle and you can soak everything but the wick in it. A red candle will represent any part of the body you need it to. It's red like the blood that runs through us.
So now I'm gluing this sucker shut because I never want it open in my house again.
It's a really good one.
And of course, I'm gonna bury it. What is this gonna do in the ground? It's just gonna get rotten and nastier and nastier. And because I'm gluing it, it's gonna stay just rotten. We put liquid in it, so it's gonna stay some kind of a liquid form for a
And will
very
probably
long.
get much, much worse with time. Oh, I opened mine and I regret it.
Yes. So this is hexing, y'all. What do you think? I can't even tell y'all how bad this thing stinks. I'm about to cover it up so I don't smell it no more. Got my glue on my lid.
Same.
The dogs are now coming from the back of the house because they're smelling this crap. I think it should have added to the list. Sam, it's all about improvising and using what you got. Now, we did invest in doing this cow cheek. Because of the situation, it did deserve a little bit more of a kick. But had this not been for someone else, we would have just used what we had in our refrigerator. But, we do know that the person that we're doing this for is probably still awake and watching. So we wanted them to get their money's worth.
Oh, there it is. I've been looking for the lid to my damn glue. Thought I had lost it, and that's the end of the glue if you lose the lid. There we go.
So I have. Oh, the smell is still coming through this.
Hopefully that glue will kind of seal up over time.
Well, I got me a bag here.
That's a really, really good fucking idea.
Y'all,
I'm gonna get the bag.
What time is it? Where are we at? Oh, it's 1:29. It's time for us to end anyway. So we can.
I'm gonna get a bag first.
Yeah, we'll start wrapping, and then Jessica and we can tell you what we're gonna do with them from here, and then we can get rid of them out of our slit area.
I'm gonna get them outside under the moon.
Outside, and I'm gonna set this over here now so I can sit down and talk to y'all.
I'm gonna double bag it because I always believe you should be safe.
I probably will triple bag. Well, I'm gonna get out of the bag when I take it outside, but for right now, while it's in the house. So, that's what we do, y'all.
Not always, but we do it. But whatever we do it 110%.
And so we're not done. So this is just, we've added the ingredients to the spell. Now, we'll take them out the moon. We'll do our thing out in the moon. It's a little bit cold out there, so I'm not even gonna lie.
And there are always going to be parts to a ritual or a spell that are going to be private, that you're going to, you're not going to share.
Right. Especially, when it's something
of such a sensitive nature. It doesn't even necessarily have to be a hex or a curse. But it's when it's something of any kind of insensitive nature, there should be private parts.
Right.
Apparently we timed it perfectly. When you walked off screen, I walked on screen.
Good. So, what did y'all think?
And Jesse, what was our final F-bomb count?
And what are we talking about Thursday?
What are we talking about Thursday? Let me consult my lists. Oops. Oh, iCloud. Let's see. Ask lineup. There we go. Um, we're talking about wards.
Oh, which would be a good thing after to follow hexes.
Yeah, let's ward from them. Let's ward from the hexes. And then next Sunday, the 20th, we're actually going to be making a ward. We're going to be making a witch's ladder.
Yeah. So make sure you go to the Alabama Skeleton Thief Facebook page, and you can check out what supplies you'll need.
Yes.
It's not much, and you probably have it all around the house.
Cryptids is something that is interesting, and we might cover at some point.
Yeah, we'll put that in the bucket, and
Yeah, we've got February all planned out, but we'll definitely put it in the selecting pool when we plan the the next month.
yeah. So, does anybody have any questions, any comments? I forgot Thursday, so let me make sure I do it now. Double thank you, since I missed it on Thursday, to the Things Network for always being so supportive and loving us and backing us up.
And we
We
hope that you still love us and want us on here after tonight.
did save it for Uncensored and
We
unlike
did. We did.
Uncensored. So, um, we also want to thank Drew Nicholas, our lovely witch friend from the UK, from Phoenix and Stags, Pagan, the Wiccan,
Pagan and Wiccan Life Academy.
Pagan and Wiccan Life Academy. Y'all
My,
check him out. Um, who am I missing? I feel like I should just plug Mitchell because Books, Beans, and Candles of Birmingham, Alabama. To get all your metaphysical needs.
I actually sent him a customer today. My friend Abby, she's my sister breeder, and she was coming to pick up some mice. And while they were down this way, because she actually lives off in Boaz, her and her boyfriend stopped and picked her up some supplies because they don't have a good metaphysical shop down there.
Cool. So, Joshua, we love you too. We thank all of y'all. Robin, we love you. All of you. Irene, Tom, Jesse Wilson. We love all of you. Y'all have been. When we started this, we really, it was supposed to be paranormal. And I'll say I'm blown away at the response. It's because of y'all that we have taken this turn. And I guess it's okay with things and Jeremy because I hadn't kicked us off yet. Witchy is not normal, so I mean that falls into the paranormal for some people.
It's true.
For us, it's normal.
But I think it was a niche that needed filled because I don't know of anybody else who's doing something like that. I mean, I know there are plenty of like witch podcasts and stuff, but this is different. We're getting down and dirty and doing all of this with you.
Right. So, and
oh, that's a good idea. Gina said keep some ground coffee nearby, some good ground coffee to whiff and get the putrid smell out of your nose. That is a really good idea. Thank you for that, Gina. Yeah, exactly, Sam. We're showing you the real.
Yeah.
It's not always pretty.
I don't do fake well. I
don't do pretty well. So.
Happy Valentine's Day, like Jesse said. If you don't have a Valentine, don't stress it. Be your own damn Valentine and fuck them. Just be happy and love you because you deserve to be loved.
Yep.
Congratulations again to our lucky winner of a witch basket.
Absolutely.
Mr. Johnny Rushing. I do know that he is in Alabama. So, Jess, we'll put you in charge of being in touch with him
All right.
and getting his address and all that. Irene, I'm so sorry. Your package has been in the back seat of my truck or my Camaro for well over 2 weeks now, and I guess I brain farted, thought I mailed it, did not mail it. Seen it back there today when I was digging for my sunglasses out of my purse because I leave my purse in my car all the damn time. I shouldn't put that out there. But if you're gonna break in my car and steal my purse, you ain't gonna get nothing but my glasses. So there you go. Because Irene's package will be mailed and that'll be gone.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, thank y'all for joining. I guess our one-liner is basically, unless you like cat shit, don't piss off a witch.